Hello, is this the Crackers residence?
Yes, I'm Mr. Cracker, but you can call me Derek. Are you by any chance Dr. Windall?
I am. I apologize for the time. The traffic today was awful. Are you ready for the session?
Of course, no problem. Come in, take a seat. I've set up some crackers and cheese if you're hungry. I'm sorry about the traffic, but it's of the utmost importance that the session takes place on the property.
It's quite all right. You're not my first couple to need in-home sessions. I do wish my office had an elevator for patients.
Yes, something like that.
So, is your wife going to participate? I was under the impression from the schedule that I'd be working with both of you today.
Oh, I'll call her in a minute. But first, I need to clarify something with you. You're rated the best couples counselor in the country. Everyone says that you help them solve all their problems, right?
Well, not to toot my own horn, but I can't say those reviews are inaccurate. I pride myself in leaving both parties satisfied by the time they're done seeing me.
Good. And you have no problem with unusual problems?
I've been in this business for a while, Mr. Cracker. I can guarantee you that I will try my best to help you while you and your wife work through whatever you're going through. Now, why don't you go get her so we can start?
You're right. We should start. Have happened sometime. The sordid sif yim dad crad gun still at lat hull ya diff crat diff astol attack rat hegortigamorph im son. It's her favorite verse. Et higort gamort evoik yim rak yoinak.
Yeah, damn two cognac. Oh, look, he's willing to talk again.
Danny, look, I need you to.
Oh, so that's it. You don't summon me into view for weeks, and when you do, it's because you need something? And I swear to God, Derek, if you call me Danny again, I'll go. Who's this?
Danielle, this is Dr. Avery Windall. They're a marital counselor. They had a hard time getting here, so let's just sit down.
Don't talk to me like I'm a child. This is just another one of your dumb attempts to get rid of me. Since exorcism won't work, you're trying the unfinished business thing. And listen here, Buster, if you think...
I'm not trying to get rid of you. Since we're stuck here together, can we at least be civil about this?
Civil? I'm not the one who needs to be civil, Derek. You're the one who keeps inviting people into my house with no input.
Excuse me. I just need to, miss, you are...
Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor. This is Danielle, my wife.
Not to be rude, Mrs. Cracker, but...
Oh, it's not Mrs. anymore. It's not to him anyway.
Sweetie, please, talk to Dr. Windall about this if you're going to start something.
Me? Start something? You're the one who summoned... Fine, I'll play along.
So, let's get started, shall we? With a brief summary of your predicament, Mrs. Cracker, why don't you start first?
Okay, fine. I'll go first. About 2 years ago, Derek and I were happily married. We bought this house in 2015 and we've lived here ever since.
Yes, everything was fine until the incident.
The incident?
My misfortune, let's say. I got home from a party ridiculously drunk and ready for bed, but even intoxicated, I knew I needed my medication before bed.
Does your family have a history of mental or physical disease?
No, but it's neither here nor there. Anyway, I reached for the bottle on the same shelf I always leave it on, but you see, in my condition, I forgot.
I reorganized the drug cupboard while she was away. I like to make sure everything is in alphabetical order by the new month.
Yes, and I forgot. So instead of taking 100 milligrams of antidepressant, I downed 100 milligrams of fentanyl.
Fentanyl? Why did you have...
My mother was staying with us after heart surgery. She still feels guilty about it.
So, if that's the case, then are you truly...
Dead? As a doorknob, Doc.
Does this mean you can't help?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Cracker, but you must understand this particular situation is a stretch of my normal abilities. Perhaps have you tried some spiritualistic expertise?
You have no idea. When this all started, I just tried convincing her to leave. But when she wouldn't and continued the haunting, I tried all kinds of methods. Christian, Hindu, Shinto, Scientologist. I even tried some native tribe exorcism techniques.
It was really racist.
It was, but nothing worked, and she's still here. And since force wasn't working, I figured maybe some relationship counseling could help clip the root of the problem.
I see. So, Danielle, it seems that Derek has expressed, albeit forcefully, that he wants you to leave. Why do you stay?
It's not that I have a choice. I've actually been stuck here since I've died. And I haven't been able to interact with Derek or anyone else for that matter until a couple months ago.
Exactly. I had no idea you were here for 2 years. So how was I supposed to know how you'd react to me seeing Olivia?
Say that homewrecker's name again, and I'll go poltergeist on your ass.
What was there for her to wreck?
Let's let each other finish their responses without interruption, please. Danielle, please continue.
Yes, thank you. I don't know how or why I could suddenly interact with everything, but Derek brought some hussy home one night, and I wanted to throw a shoe at her. And for the first time in 2 years, I was able to pick it up and launch it at her. And she saw me, and Derek did too. And I was so excited, and I was feeling so powerful. I just kept throwing shoes.
The assault charges were a nightmare.
We should have thought about that before you brought her into our house.
It's not our house anymore. I have sole ownership now from the bank.
I died in this house, which makes it mine a lot more than some bank makes it yours, bucko.
Okay. You two clearly have some deep-rooted conflict that we need to address. So, from what I see, Danielle, you are upset that Derek is seeing other women now that you are departed. Is that right?
Yes, I can forgive the first time since he didn't know I was here, but after Olive or whatever dumped him, he kept bringing back random tramps. Then, after I made it very clear I won't stand for this adultery, he just stopped ever bringing them back here, but he still goes out with them.
I see. Okay. Now, Derek, it's your turn to speak.
First of all, I'm not committing adultery. I'm a legal widow. I've spent 2 years emotionally recovering from the death of my late wife. Now that I feel stable enough to start building romantic relationships again, that's when she shows up. Not when I was crying alone in bed, when my boss nearly fired me because getting up in the morning was near impossible. You could have been with me the whole time, and you only show up after that hell is over?
I didn't know I could talk to you. I didn't even know it was possible for you to see me. I tried every day for a year to find some way to interact with you. I thought I could only sit on the sidelines watching everything. And I watched Derek. I watched as he trampled all over our nuptial promise.
Look, Danielle, I didn't break any promises. Till death do us part means death can and has very much nullified our agreements.
That only means physically. We promised we'd be together forever, Derek. You said that. Now that we can communicate, we're still together, and it's just adultery.
It's not. It's Rebecca. X-ray today. For a moment.
No, because
Derek, would you like to go answer that? I would like to talk with Danielle alone, if that's all right with you.
Go. Rebecca needs her knight in shining armor.
Danielle, I apologize, but your situation is the first of its kind for me. I'm not entirely sure what I should do to help you.
It's fine, doctor. I didn't ask for this. Derek's been trying to kick me out of the house like a hobby. You just happen to be wrapped up in his harebrained scheme this time.
Do you know if your anger is more aimed at Derek or the new women in his life?
Derek, I guess? I never heard him. I feel like he abandoned me.
Why do you feel he has abandoned you?
He's really all I have. I've tried to see if I could talk to anyone before I found out I could communicate with him again. I tried to see if I could leave, but I can't. I've tried to leave so many times before. I can't. And I've never seen or heard or found anything that makes me think there could be anyone who's out there like me. And I thought maybe it's fate, that I'll only have to suffer this cold, empty existence alone for a little, because then I'll at least be joined by Derek. I must be stuck here because we're supposed to be together forever. We must be linked spiritually or something, which is why I'm stuck here alone. And if Derek finds someone else, what does that mean? I just have to watch as the only man I've ever loved gets to start a family, live out life, all with some stranger in his arms. I just have to watch what could have been mine for eternity. What if when he dies, he chooses to leave me anyway? What if he chooses his new life over me when it's just a straight decision? I couldn't take it.
Have you expressed these feelings to Derek?
No, I never really put it into words before.
I think that we should let him rejoin us. Do you feel that way too?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I just wrapped up the call. Everything's fine, so... Oh, Danielle, are you okay?
Derek, if you fall in love with someone else, will you choose them over me? If you have to choose when you die. Well,
I don't know.
what do you mean you don't know?
I don't know how I'll feel in potentially decades. And should I sacrifice my happiness for yours?
I don't want to be stuck here. I don't want to be forced to watch all of this.
So you really can't leave?
Is there potentially a way for you to leave?
Sometimes I get the urge to go to this place. I don't know where or what it is, but it's pulling me.
Danielle,
I don't want to go. I don't know what it is. I don't want to go.
Danielle, I'm going to start dating again. I know it's not what you want, and I understand if you think bad of me because of it, but I want to live my life. I want to move on, and I want you to move on too. You don't have to stay here with me, but if you want to, that's fine. Just please let me move on.
What if it's worse? What if it's painful?
Danny, I don't know. I wish I did, but I don't. But even if it hurts, it'll be your choice, right? You'll have left. You wouldn't be stuck here alone, right? I don't want my happiness to get in the way of yours.
I don't want that either. You're right. I'll go.
Danny,
Please don't. I hope Rebecca makes you happy.
I hope you find happiness too.
I'll always love you.
I'll always love you too. Doctor, I can't thank you enough. You've really helped both of us.
Of course, Mr. Cracker. I just think it's a bit funny. Despite your strange situation, in the end, I suppose you and Danielle aren't that different from everyone else. You just want to be safe and happy.
I suppose you're right. Thank you again, and have a safe drive home.
You have a good night too, Mr. Cracker. I hope things work out between you and Rebecca.